And now we're saying, yeah, Yoshi, that's Akuma right there. Like, what?
Yeah, we need to keep at least some amount of divide. Otherwise, we're just gonna confuse them all, and they're gonna stay scared of us. Well, anyways, moving on from our newfound purple demon dinosaur, we have a different kind of demon, Zomba, going against Fhantum.
Hey, one is a demon in personality, and the other is a demon in playstyle here with the Steve, of course. The I will leave comments for chat to talk about, but you know, this matchup is one that Zomba is very familiar. Or okay, never mind. I was just my fault, chat.
I think this one's quite as familiar to Zomba.
Yeah, I can't think of the last time he's played a top level DK.
I gotta admit, I think it's been a while. And I also think the term top level DK applies to DK Will. And no one else. So kind of hard to get that practice in.
Yeah, so you know what? Not a matchup Zomba's very familiar with.
Yeah, well, as it stands, I mean, 76% on the Kong. Make that 77 on the R.O.B, and the up air just barely going wide. That would have been the kill if it connected, and it doesn't matter because the back air still got it too. Hold on. The character counter pick from Donald J. Kong. It's coming through.
I forgot that was our old tag. Oh my god.
Oh, you forgot? I didn't forget.
Alright, but I'm getting some really solid edge during there. Down smash catching the high up B, and that's going to be an even game right here for this first game.
See, here's the thing with this. We're going to have an absolute slugfest, and in a rare bit, this doesn't feel incredibly uneven for Kong. Yes, you're going to have situations where the projectiles and disjoints on R.O.B are going to be doing a lot for the character and giving more advantage. However, if Donkey Kong gets his hands on the R.O.B once, I don't think that character is going to stay on the screen for a lot longer after that. Multiple spikes against an unsafe recovery that's got a lot of different hitboxes not attached to it.
Alright.
And the back is going to come through to keep me from making my point effectively. But that's what I was saying. There's the spikes, okay? No, we're still in this. I got this.
Zomba, I can't believe you got hit by the day one DK clip. Come on, man. You've played Wi-Fi enough times to know you just... Oh my god. We've all gotten hit by that at least once in our lives.
That's the most DK Monday.
That's the most fake true combo of all time. Everyone gets hit by it, but it's just like it's not true at all. Good delay there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a little bit of drift to it.
Through all of that is kind of crazy.
Oh, good parry on the nair. Oh, but the gyro going right back to his hands right there. Alright, do you get the mash fast enough? Oh, actually opting for the non-mash. But even got the DI wrong, it's still alive. This DK is going to be a lot harder to put down than we thought. Or never mind.
Well, yeah, that is one of the main disadvantages with DK. Obviously, it doesn't have a great vertical recovery, and if you get too low below the ledge, you basically have one way you can get back, and R.O.B can exploit that every single time with a combination of laser and gyro. Or just spikes, if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, he very easily could. I mean, like you were talking about earlier with, like, vulnerable recoveries. I mean, that whole, like, top half of DK just does not have a hitbox. So if you space yourself right, it's a very easy downing for R.O.B.
And the Zomba head shake coming through as well, man. Just a nah.
Like, yeah, that should not have been that close.
Yeah. It was really close. What did that get down to? 85% on Zomba at the end? Like,
yeah, that could have
made it work. I'm surprised by how well they did.
I mean, I do feel that, like you were saying about this matchup being a little bit more even than we thought. I mean, oh, okay. Wait, okay, no, we're still fine. We're still fine. We're able to make that back.
Yeah, not against DK. Big boy, big heavy boy.
I do feel like with R.O.B's like projectile zoning, it has a little bit more counterplay than you would expect for the other zonings. Like, I mean, you get gyro in hand, like his only real option is laser, and that's not really gonna be that threatening unless you're at a higher percent.
And manages to get backstage too through more R.O.B pressure.
Oh,
catches
but
the gyro.
he missed the punish.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, man. Got the parry and everything.
Fhantum is playing this really well, but I am concerned about the deficit we're at right now. R.O.B, Zomba, starting to figure out the situation that we're in, starting to get some combos going, and yeah.
Oh, there we go.
We were talking to day one combos, and that's the tried and true right there.
The universal kill confirm of spike into smash attack. Coming out right here.
Ooh, throw and back air coming through, getting some percent built up. We have Giant Punch charged up. We can get the opening for it. That's going to be huge for Fhantum.
Oh, wait. Okay. I didn't get a later hit of dash attack to confirm into anything more there, but still, percents are rising, and it's looking like Fhantum is going to be able to take this back soon if they can get this, make this Giant Punch work. Oh, but just barely missing it, trying to get an air dodge read, but unfortunately, gonna be taking the risk there and dying for it with that up tilt air.
You gotta take risks like that when you're playing the game this way. It's not paying off yet. Zomba is proficient against cheese of that level for sure. I mean, you fight enough low-level round 1 of pools players when you're a top seed, you're definitely gonna be fighting some random stuff and know how to not die to it.
You have to figure it out eventually. Like, there's so much like random characters in this game that if you don't know how to fight them, like, you can just kind of get steamrolled. But
oh, for sure. But as it stands, Fhantum is definitely putting up a fight. Reason that's seed 8 going in right now. The neutral airs and back airs are coming out for Zomba. Damage and pressure being applied. Fhantum kind of having to play a bastion of defense right now and having a hard time doing it.
okay. Oh, the gyro getting the... Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, if you get a gyro like that, that's going to be a really easy stock to get.
And now... I don't know. If you're Fhantum, do you even bother going into Steve? Because you know that Zomba has that Steve experience. That's what we were talking about going into this set. Zomba knows how to play against Steve.
Yeah, it's a matchup that he is very, very familiar with, and being some of the best players in the game in that matchup. I mean, he has a handful of Syrup wins, so I feel like this is definitely doable for him to win that matchup here. So yeah, sticking with the DK like we were saying.
Holding on to it, trying to make it work. Got close in that game 1, a little further in game 2, and using the armor to punch through hard at the start of game 3 here. Here we go, Hollow Bastion 2, our first stage switch up of the day.
But I think something that's not small battlefield here.
Yeah, finally.
A pretty solid
new.
pick, though. I feel like it's slight DK favorite, maybe. I could be wrong on that, but I do feel like it's a pretty good stage kind of pick here on the side of Fhantum.
I can't say how it is for the R.O.B per se, but I will say that center platform is very good for cargo throw combos, and I know that for some reason. I know how this stage is better for DK, but not why R.O.B would want to choose it for any reason. Why I don't know that information about a top tier, but I do know that information about a low tier, I can't tell you.
Hey, low tier is a strong word. I feel like this DK in Ultimate is... Oh, okay, maybe, you know what?
It might be the right word after that.
Yeah, you know, maybe you might be right.
Just maybe this character is down a couple of tiers at least.
Alright, never mind. Back to high tier.
Alright, return fire. This game determines the placement of DK on the next tier list.
Alright, so... Phantom, you need to lock the hell in right now.
Getting back with the up B, not going to fall victim to down tilts. More damage being put on with the Whirling Kong. Not quite going to get anything off of that dash attack except a hit on shield, and that's never a good thing. Not going to mash, and that does get you out of the pressure from Zomba. Forward air going to be teched on the stage. Spike comes through. A second one for your trouble.
Oh, I'm not going to get the up air or up smash. Not going to kill there, but still really solid damage here. Might be able to bring it back sooner than we thought here. Oh, wait! There it is!
Okay, hold on. Wait, I said this game had stakes and Phantom locked in. 111%, 111 on the Kong. Fighting back on this last stock, trying to take something off Zomba. Trying to get a game and trying to push this set a little further.
Oh, but unfortunately... Oh, wait, no, we're still alive. Never mind.
That one, yeah, that one will do it. Close, though. Close, though.
Yeah, bringing it back closer than we thought there. Phantom making some pretty good moves, but unfortunately, Zomba is just going to be a tier of his own right here in this tournament. And that's going to... Yeah, he's moving on to winner semis now, but Phantom still has a chance to make top 8 and loses, yeah.
R.O.B Zomba digging through the ditches and continuing into top 8. Phantom still seeded to get there. Has to wait a little bit to do so, I believe. I'm trying to see where that'll go. Loser I. That'll be potential threats on that path are free K-Flock and level 7. As well as
it's going to be a pretty tough path.
Yeah, that's a tough path. But I do think seeded 8th, gonna have that for a reason. We might be seeing that on stream. I don't know what our schedule looks like, but it might come through.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty fun set to watch, to be honest.
For sure. Up air's coming through. Yeah, Zomba really just did a good job here. Game 1 was really the closest it got, and then just, he got the lock. He top playered.
Yeah, it's a top player difference right there. Still though, Fhantum making it work, and I feel like you're saying earlier, against level 7 and free K-Flock, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be a really fire set to watch later in the day.
K-Flock's been on fire recently as well. A lot of great tournament placings in the last like half year or so. Just a player that I did not have on my radar at all, and then over the course of the last 6 months, like suddenly very aware of who that person is.
Yeah, you have to find them on that radar eventually, but like, you know, with Zelda of all characters, like what?
Right? Yeah. It's like, oh, this is just a Zelda player. Okay, that sure. And then seeing the runs after the runs after the runs, and going, oh, this isn't just a Zelda player.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, with a lot of low-tier, like, players like that, like, you always, like, have, like, in the back of your mind, like, okay, this is just, like, an upset run, it happens every now and then. Like, who's ever ready for the Zelda matchup? And then it's like, oh, okay, that's them beating Shiny Mark, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like,
just...
Oh, my God, yeah, okay, you get that win. Jesus.
No, they've been making it work later, but... Alright,
yeah. I think that was just a checkmate too, seeing that laser back again. Like, I don't think you had a way out of that right at the end there. You could maybe air dodge, but then you're air dodging into Zomba.